or you join online via mixlr.com/GistFM every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date.
Don't make Nigeria unite, oh. One man, one vote, oh.
We are on 24/7, 24/7. Around the clock. The one on the FM 103.5. Whole day, all night. Non-stop your life for radio broadcast. Join us. Culture and entertainment at their best.
Good morning and welcome to Political Views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. I am Martin Ifan Shuku Ekezie. The biggest news in the Nigerian political space today is about the fact that tribunal nullified Adeleke's election. Now Oyetela is the winner, according to the court. But in as much as we look at that with so much buzz, it is creating already. On the political space today, the issue of the Naira redesign is linked with politics as well. In as much as our people are clamoring and a lot of people are already rejecting the old Naira notes 4 days or 3 days to the day, to the deadline that the Central Bank of Nigeria gave. So that said, the way it is linked to politics now is because basically somebody like Emefiele, the central bank, the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, is being accused of being biased, being a saboteur. That's like the word we hear. A whole lot is being thrown at him right now. And they are saying that in as much as he showed interest in the presidential election that is coming, like the forthcoming presidential election, in as much as he showed interest, because if you remember vividly, he obtained a form of APC, the presidential form for APC. He obtained that form. And then a lot of people is saying that the reason why he's doing what he's doing now, is to jeopardize that same election that he didn't get the chance to feature in. So at the time, a lot is happening in the political space in Nigeria today. Anyway, resignation. A whole lot of people are calling for his resignation because he picked up that presidential form then. But yet, the government of the administration of President Muhammad Buhari allowed him to continue his job, because a lot of people are saying that for him to even show interest that he's supposed to resign from that job. Most believe that all the action he's taking now is to compromise the 2023 presidential and national assembly election on the 25th of February, 2023. It's 27 days, and a couple of hours to that day. And collection of PVCs ends on January 29, 2023. And the old Naira notes expires on the 31st of January 2023. Even with the challenges of insecurity in the country, INEC seems ready. Meanwhile, OBS Zekwesili is saying that a lot of people who say peterobi of Labour Party can't win are very much obsessed with him, meaning that he could win, And then IPOB is saying that Nnamdi Kanu could be poisoned under DSS watch. These and more will be the cause of our discussion on political views on Ebonade 103.5 FM. But before we go any further, the news. First, the headlines. 2023 poll. ABC rules out alliance with APC, PDP, others. PDP's axe falls on Wike's men. Pantami laments abuse of Procurement Act. Jubilation, protests in Osun as tribunal unseats Adeleke. Buhari must purge NMPCL of corruption to restore sanity in Oyo sector. INEC to test bimodal voters accreditation system workability in 436 polling units nationwide. Traders, others reject old Naira notes 4 days to deadline. Nigeria on precipice. Use your PVCs to save it. Alo tells citizens. General elections. Inspector General of Police tax newly trained Mopol commanders on professionalism. God took away my son to test my faith, Nasarawa governor. Amid support by G5 governors, Enugu PDP unveils candidates for elections. IPOB alleges plot to kill Kano through poisoning, starvation. Now, the details. Now, let's get started with the story. PDP's axe falls on Wike's men. In what might be termed as a gradual crackdown of forces against the Iyosha Ayu leadership of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, the party's National Working Committee rose from an emergency meeting in Abuja on Friday and placed the chairman of East Ebonyi State Chapter, Okorie Tochukwu Okorafor, on immediate suspension. According to Okorafor, was suspended over allegations of anti-party activities and violating provisions of Section 58, subsection 1 of the PDP Constitution as amended in 2017. The Governor Yemso Wike group, also called G5 or Integrity Group, has been at war with Ayu since the conduct of the party's presidential primary election in May 2022. Wike lost the election to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. The party had last week suspended the former Enugu State Governor Shimaroke Nnamani, Enugu State, and Chief Chris Obu, Imo State. Others who have been slammed with suspensions are Ayeni Fushon, Ekiti, and Ajijola Latif Oladimeji, Ekiti Central, Emiola Adenike, Jennifer, Ekiti South, 2nd, Ajayi Babatunde Samuel, Ekiti North, 2, Olayinka James Olarere, Ekiti Central, Akerele, Olunyinka, Ekiti North 1, and Fayose John, Ekiti Central. In a statement by East National Publicity Secretary, Debo Oluwongba, the PDP said the decision to suspend Okorafor was taken after its NWC had extensively reviewed its conduct and activities. 2023 poll, ADC rules out alliance with APC, PDP, others. As the general elections draw closer, the opposition African Democratic Congress, ADC, has ruled out going into alliance with the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, and other political parties in the country. The chairman of the ADC Forum of States Chairman, Mr. Kensele Temitope Oha, made this known to reporters yesterday in Abuja. Oga maintained that the presidential candidate of the party, Dumebi Kachukwu, and other candidates of the party across the country have the wherewithal to contest for various elective seats in the country. The Kogi-born politician stressed that Kachukwu is well equipped to administer the country more than all those angling for the exalted seat of the presidency in the general elections. Said he don't have the whole idea of alliance in mind. If we intend to do so, we will have been romancing with other parties before now. Our presidential candidate has assured us he would contest, and he is contesting, he said. Pantami laments abuse of Procurement Act. Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Ali Pantami, has raised the alarm that some civil servants are leveraging on the Procurement Act to perpetrate corruption. He stated that there are so many important laws in Nigeria, but in the course of implementation, instead of making use of them positively, they have sometimes become a challenge. Speaking at the ministerial retreat for the board and management of the Nigerian Communications Satellite Limited with the team re-engineering the NIGOSMAT SAT board, re-engineering the NIGCOMSAT board and management for the fourth industrial revolution and exponential growth. Pantami lamented that any policy introduced is mostly abused, adding that the Procurement Act is an important legislation to fight corruption, but today, people are leveraging on it to perpetrate corruption. The minister will stress the need to revive and reposition NIGCOMSAT for better performance, efficiency, and effectiveness. Recall that the 2012 Orun Sanya report recommended the merging and scrapping of 106 federal government institutions. The next story we have for you, jubilation, protests in Osun as Adeleke. It was a moment of jubilation and anger in Osun State yesterday as the state governorship election petition tribunal sitting in Osogbo declared former governor Adeboyaga Oyetola as the winner of the July 16, 2022 governorship election, delivering the majority judgment at the premises of the State High Court in Osogbo under heavy security. The chairman of the tribunal, Justice Tessie Kume, said overvoting marred the election. He thereby deducted the number of overvoting argued by Oyetola and the All Progressive Congress, APC, and declared that Oyetola scored 314,931, while Ademola gathered 290,266. He thereby deducted the number of overvoting argued by Oyetola and the All Progressive Congress and declared that Oyetola scored 314,931, while Ademola gathered 290,266. According to the tribunal, the grounds of the petition before it were there. They were that Adeleke was not qualified to contest based on his academic qualifications, that Adeleke was not elected by majority of electorate, and that election conducted by the Independent National Electoral Commission was not in compliance with the provisions of the Electoral Act and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Justice Kume said the petitioners challenged the result of the election in 10 local councils comprising Ede North, Ede South, Edeboro, Ejibo, Ilasa West, Irepogun, Obukun, Ororunda, and Oshobo, wherein 744 polling units recorded over voting. The next story we have for you, Buhari must purge NMPCL of corruption to restore sanity in oil sector. The Conference of Nigeria Political Parties, CNPP, has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to immediately purge the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NMPCL, of corrupt and incompetent leadership to find lasting solutions to the problems in the petroleum industry. The CNPP, however, commended the move by the president to end the lingering fuel scarcity in the country by setting up a 14-man steering committee to look into the supply and distribution chain of petroleum products in the country. In a statement issued by its Secretary General, Chief Willie Ezugu, yesterday, the CNPP noted that as desirable as the step taken by President Muhammadu Buhari may be, the first step to salvage the oil sector is to cleanse the newly incorporated NMPC Limited of the inherited corrupt management team who are currently overseeing the company. The CMPP further noted that it is impossible to have the same people who created the problem that manifests today as fuel scarcity finding solution to the problem, which was created due to incompetence and intention to corruptly enrich a few. Now, the next story we have for you is INEC to test bimodal voters accreditation system workability in 436 polling units nationwide. Ahead of next month's general elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, said it has concluded plans to conduct a mock accreditation of voters across the country. Chairman INEC, Prof. Mahmoud Yakubu, disclosed this at a meeting with resident electoral commissioners, REC, from the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, in Abuja. According to him, the mock accreditation exercise, which would take place in about 430, already aware, the Commission has taken delivery of the bimodal voters accreditation system machines for the election. We all have also dutifully tested each machine in our office nationwide to ensure its functionality. The next step is to conduct field tests across the country involving actual voters. The mock accreditation will hold on Saturday, February 4th, 2023, in 436 polling units nationwide. 12 polling units have been designated in each state of the Federation and 4 in the FCT on the equality of the country's 109 senatorial districts for the exercise. A comprehensive list of the polling units, including their names and PU code numbers, as well as their distribution by states, senatorial districts, local government, and registration area ward will be uploaded to the Commission's website shortly. The Commission appealed to registered voters in the affected polling units to appear on the scheduled dates with their PVCs for the mock exercise. Doing so would help to reassure the public of the robustness of our system to strengthen our processes ahead of the general election. At the end of the exercise, the 436 bimodal voters accreditation system machines involved will be reconfigured before they are deployed for general elections. However, the INEC chairman expressed satisfaction with the desire of Nigerians to collect their voters' card, adding that out of the 940,200 PVCs sent to Lagos State, about 839,720 have so far been collected as of Thursday. He added, "I'm glad to report that movement of materials for the election to various locations nationwide is being concluded. Training of officials will commence shortly," he added. The next story we have for you: IPOB alleges plot to kill Kanu through poisoning, starvation. Pro-separatist group Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB) has raised the alarm about a clandestine plan to eliminate their leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu through poisoning, drug abuse, and starvation. Kanu, who is currently being detained in the custody of the Nigerian government's secret security agency, the DSS, is allegedly said to be dead of starvation. Kanu, who is currently being detained in the custody of the Nigerian government's secret security agency, the DSS, is allegedly said to be dead through a silent and systematic process of gradual starvation. Through its media and publicity secretary, Emma Powerful disclosed that Kanu now feeds twice a day on bread and water without medication for the treatment of his ailment while in the DSS solitary confinement facility in Abuja. The group warned that Kanu should not die in the DSS custody, adding that if he dies in their custody, it will come with unimaginable consequences. IPOB leader also alleged that his leaders has been poisoned and is being allowed to gradually die. The secret police wants to eliminate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu through a silent and systematic process of gradual starvation, of giving him only bread and water twice a day, and drug abuse by providing him insufficient medication for his known ailment while in their solitary confinement facility in Abuja. Has subjected him to drug abuse as medication required for 2 weeks is provided for only 8 days. He complained that he hasn't been allowed to see any doctor since the second week of December 2022, and DSS has refused to take him to the doctor in spite of his deteriorating health. He says he feels his internal organs are badly affected, yet the DSS has refused to take him to a hospital. He also complained bitterly about pain and sound in his left ear, where he was tortured in Kenya before being extradited to Nigeria. The group disclosed that Kanu had complained of intestine disorder, which is bringing odor from his mouth when he lies down. Our leader complained that if he lies down, whatever he eats comes out of his mouth. Odor from his mouth when he lies down. Our leader complained that if he lies down, whatever he eats comes out of his mouth. He also said his intestines are bringing odor from his mouth. He says he is afraid he may not survive it, but God Almighty, Shukwu Okike Abiama, will help him to survive it. He also complained about poor feeding, which is worsening his health. Most times he is fed with only bread morning and night. As DSS said, feeding him is getting too expensive. It's on record that DSS refused 1 million naira that IPOB leadership gave them to provide adequate medication and feeding to our leaders. It is obvious that our leader has been poisoned by the DSS and allowed to die gradually, he stated. Powerful continued with, the world is keeping mute now, but we are going to make them talk when the time comes. Igbo politicians who are trying to trade Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for election will also say, had we known. IPOB never said that the shambolic selection process they called election would not hold in our territory. But if they allow anything happen to our leader, then let everyone prepare for unavoidable consequences. IPOB is still civil and peaceful, but the consequences of not releasing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu alive and well will be left to be imagined, the statement stated. The next story we have for you, Nigeria on precipice. Use your PVCs to save it. Alo tells citizens. The Supreme Head of Cherubim and Seraphim Unification Church of Nigeria, His Most Eminence, Prophet Solomon Alo, has lamented that the country is on the precipice, urging the citizens, especially the young people, to use their permanent voters card, PVCs, to save the country at the polls. Alo made the call while declaring open the ongoing 3-day 2023 annual general conference of the church holding at Beula Baptist Conference Center, Ogbomoso, Oyo State, themed Leadership Opportunity Laden with Responsibility. The program comes to an end on Sunday. The cleric decried the state of the economy and plummeting exchange rates, saying 6 years ago, Naira was around 194 Naira to a dollar, but over 700 Naira currently. Unless God comes to our aid by April, I can see Naira being exchanged for about 1,200 Naira per dollar. While calling on the youth to participate actively in politics, the religious leader pointed out that Deborah, David, and Solomon were political leaders in their time. Maintaining the politics is not dirty, but politicians are. He urged Christians to make a change with their PVC, saying politics is not dirty, but the people. And we want to change that, not violently, but through our votes, he stated. The next story we have for you, traders, others reject old Naira notes 4 days to deadline. Some Nigerians have expressed worry as traders and point-of-sale POS operators started rejecting old Naira notes yesterday, 4 days to the deadline issued by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. Many people who spoke with newsmen on the development said they were not happy as they had no new notes to spend. One Mrs. Janet Arnold, a customer who was spotted at Karu, a suburb in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Abuja, particularly said she was frustrated. Aondo said she came out to get snacks for her children to take to school, but was told that she could only make payments with the new Naira note. She said it was worrisome that people had begun to reject the old notes. According to her, she expected that the rejection of old notes will begin from January 31st, as announced by the CBN. Another customer who pleaded anonymity said a point-of-sale POS agent turned her down when she went to deposit some old Naira notes. The agent imputed the amount and recipient's number, but the moment I brought out old notes, he said, "Madam, we have stopped collecting old notes. I tried explaining to him that the deadline is January 31st, but he was adamant. Microfinance banks and POS operators in the state were hit by the scarcity of new Naira notes, as most banks and POS in Meduguri, the state capital, could not meet the demand of their customers. God took away my son to test my faith. Nasarawa governor. Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule has described the passing away of his first son, Hassan Abdullahi Sule, as a test from God. Chief Press Secretary to the governor, Mr. Ibrahim Adra, had yesterday confirmed Hassan's death. Adra said that the deceased died on Thursday night after he was discovered unconsciously in front of his apartment and taken to hospital, where he was confirmed dead. Sule, who spoke while receiving condolences at the palace of his father, the Sakin Kude in Akwanga local government council, while quoting from the Holy Quran, said God promised to test the faith of every believer. He said, I see this as a test from God. I was the person consoling somebody that lost his 9 children and 70 cows yesterday. And today, God decided to test me to see whether I was sincere in consoling the bereaved father, he said. The last story we have for you before we begin to take your calls. Amid support by G5 governors, Enugu PDP unveils candidates for elections. Boosted by the support provided by the G5 governors, the Enugu State chapter of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, yesterday unveiled her candidates for the 2023 general elections, but at the colorful ceremony held at the Michael Okpara Square, Enugu, where the candidates ranging from House of Representatives to Senate and governorship were presented with flags of the party. Former governor of the state and the candidate for Enugu East Senatorial Zone, Chimaroke Nnamani, was the only one that did not receive the party's flag. His inability to receive the party's flag might not be unconnected with the suspension order handed down to him by the national leadership of the party last week over his alleged anti-party activities. He was also absent from the occasion attended by the governors of Rivers and leader of the G5 governors, Nyesom Wike, Benue State Governor, Samuel Otom, Oyo State Governor, Sheyi Makinde, and host governor and candidate for Enugu North Senatorial Zone, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, apparently to underline their solid relationship with the national chairman of the party, Senator Iyosha Ayu. Organizers of the event ensured that his picture did not appear anywhere in the party's brochure for the occasion. Rather, the picture of the deputy national chairman, South Amba Tofek Arabaja, who presented the flags on behalf of the party to the candidate, was conspicuously displayed in the brochure of the program, among others. The party's governorship candidate in the state, Dr. Peter Mba, who responded on behalf of the contestants, lauded Ugwuanyi for ensuring secured environment, quality education, rural development, sustenance of peace and security, stressing that such was responsible for the massive gathering and the rush for investment in the states by investors. There you have it. Basically, there you have it. With Osun State going back and forth with Oyetola and Adeleke as court declares Oyetola winner. Is that the dividends of democracy now, basically? What is your thoughts politically? What is your view politically? This is a program where we get to talk about, those things that happens in the corridors of power that affects us as common citizens, in one way or the other. So this is our opportunity to talk about those things that goes on in the political space in Nigeria today. So are you grounded politically? It is political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. And this morning, you can become part of the conversation via 080-9666-1035. You call this number, and then you become part of the conversation. Hello? Yeah, good morning. Welcome. Gabaniruo. Okay. Okay.
Election Nigeria.
Okay.
Election Nigeria. Ndị mmadụ na-asị na ọ bụ asị ọbụ ebe ma ọ bụ ebe ọga enweghị ebe ọ bụ ị na-asị mọcha this country ka na-eme ezigasị na Nigeria ihe chọrọ imene na ama mme onye na-ekechite were onye gbara fet wee wụsị na ọbọchị anyị niile na ọzọ onye gbara kọt onye ga na asị na ọ bụ ebe a nka wo na ya dịka na omenọt na mmadụ niile webanye n'oche ya ka anyị nọkwere
Tribunal, election tribunal now.
Okay, that is tribunal and the 500,000 naira, 500 million naira, normally going to call up. A good no, ma'am. Amalina, so you go here. This is not a ticket. When I lay up for the time, I get an 80 to failure. I think my own, now one them I say that. Then I go for a man, I don't president as long as. Okay. The whole service million will make it under this one, I'm not president, and they can never go back. They can never do anything more on your order. Only you remember Mabuna, also be made here, ya, after the back, Can you do it? That I won't go to when I said that. No, yeah, here, it would be saying, no, I did very hard, you Nanya Langa, where that's it. Other possible. You look at not this year, when Nanya Langa, the car, you don't want to not know the thing about weather, among the weather. Other possible, that's what you mean. Now, I lay an hour go and get what I do when you're not on me. But you're not going to see on the never again. Eh? Now, of course, you cannot in order. I will do that. I guess I'm going to go to Ghana on it. But no, you know, you know,
mana ịnekwanya ajụjụ nwa Joseph na ịnekwanya ịfụ na some of the elections emere adịrị otu a na ọ na-ada dị ka ọ na-esi from otu election ebe a dị like nke Ọshun steeti a kịta some people na-enwe aṅụrị some people na-ewe iwe so iji gosi na enwe ike ndị nke a na-enwekwa na aṅụrị nkọ ndị nke a na-enwe aṅụrị ọ bụrụ mata of ịlapụ ihe nna akọ all facts ka anyị na-deal with sometimes I consider the facts instead of ị na-ekwu ihe anyị feel n'obi anyị. Okay. I present if any because at the end of the day, I'm waking not about an Angelina na delicate but the right person man at the end of the day is yetola. Nwanne nwoke na-ekwu ife a. Ị nwere ike ịkpọ nwanne nwoke ahụ ị na-ekwu afa, kpọgodo onye ọba afa.
Yes. Look at the question under Alliance Party. Mobatan Nagi. We win him. And Abatanja refused not to give him the but if you don't really was said before I come become the president of Nigeria, I'm not Abatanja. And when we do Ogun State, you do president of Nigeria.
Mana, can one consider going far between even now, Keta herself, between Obasanjo and Rochas Okorocha, Konye Kade more popular nationally. Nationally. That is entire Nigeria.
Rochas Okorocha is more popular than him. The Rochas Okorocha is former president of Red Cross. In a similar way, the Obasanjo. The former president of Red Cross, Rochas Okorocha. In a similar way, I'm not going to one year to get you know, I would have president of Nigeria. What are you the mechanic when you was on? They came out, but I see again, I'm going to a war job. 1 year to when you were president of Nigeria. Only for this,
but before then, all go head of state.
What Wike? In a book of Obasanjo.
By money win election. I said I'm mad and win election per se. At least when I got command to go to vote nationwide now. Nsubaro 27 days call for up for 27 days. Up for 27 days. Ka male fege mezen ka onye ozo bata obiko ka onye ozo bata. Yeah. Ka onye ozo bata Obinna from Nnewi. Daruri nne makejo ka onye ozo bata. Thank you so much. Yes, it is still political views on Ebon at 103.5 FM. We are looking at a lot of things. Remember that we talked about the fact that IPOB alleges the plot to kill Nnamdi Kanu through poisoning and starvation. You agree with this? You know, a whole lot of things that we're talking about. We're also looking at the resignation. People are asking for the resignation of the Central Bank of Nigeria governor, MFLA. Let's hear from you. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, your name and location, please. Ngwabiko Gabaniru. At least you know, governor of Anambra State, Charles Soludo, offer something we can call political solution. Not the way in that same thing we back in. Come on, federal government again get in hand. Okay. Me and those want to be a tila on. This morning. Yes, it is still political views on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. Yes, and a lot of things there are lots of things we'll talk about. Basically, look at the issue of Adeleke and Oyetola. Let's hear from you. Hello. Yes, good morning. Your name and location, please. Okay, Gabani Rokoso.
Because all my hands are in for me. But you know, only I'm going to go in there and never agreement. I'm going to born on a food here. You didn't know how to go to dinner and never agreement. That's only the hour. What you say is one more brother. But I don't know you say you forgive it. But I just got to make a commander. I feel like I'm surprised how you have in Nigeria. So all I hear are in Nigeria, but I'm not surprised. When I got her, those are not surprised.
Okay.
My neighbors are also going to enjoy it.
Okay.
You go on for Thailand in the East, Anambra, Imo, Enugu. Now, the East, in the day, or could I say, I'm not teaching. Here are the men and the family. Oh, my name will be to I recall now, in the Naga, not free. And the Kano on their born. It's just to come now, why you ever
Okay. The program will be interactive. So please call back 08096661035. The program the interactive. So when you call, it is supposed to be interactive. When you are giving your input, I'm supposed to talk too. And when somebody is going off what we are doing here, I will call you back. It is my responsibility. So I will always interfere. We are having that discussion. I will be in control of the discussion. Thank you so much. It is still hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
I know. Makeki Mesa.
I know me. Oh my God, this month.
No, Gabani Rusa.
I think it's going to be looking at the time.
Okay.
One day we'll get through from they can die in the piano. Then one, if I let the band know what, I think so much to Mamma to be down here.
I thought.
And they all those are now the European of South America, Nigeria. In the year to Kaya and South Africa, Obama, upper half and down. Let's do only 7.4 million at the response. Then they did 200. Then they did the Mbata. Also for the European. Although the other way I want to go, and I think I have to put his phone. And I can never have about take it to the land. And not that you can either. Although I'm not for my case, I don't see that now. I'm not going to go for that. I'm not indeed. After that, we have to have the tunnel. Hello?
I'm money in a Kunaga.
You have to have the tunnel to them and never on a dungeon. And when now you don't have to go to the other way about who are. Look at the one now, I don't know when you go to. If we have to go to the on Naga, I might get the media, Macana, on the Korean.
Okay. Ngwanu dalu in mo akama ajukwan ga ajuju bife gaba na ikania. Okay, ajụjụ nwa ijuge bụrụ ke ihe nwere ikwu na nke gọvanọ Soludo kwuru ekwu ndị Igbo akwekwala ya ka ana na-adọsasị ife okwu onye nke asị nọ dị politiku nke asị ke ihe nwe ekwu na nke ahụ ya kwekwala sọpọtụ ọ ka ekwubegoro nke ahụ. Malami. Then ajụjụ ọzọ nwere bụrụ ọ na ife ilu nọ na ndị gọvanọs ndị ọzọ gba nkịtị na ọ bụrụ because of otu esi wee treat Soludo mgbe o kwuru nke mere ha ji agba ọsọ otu esi wee treat Soludo otu ndị Igbo si wee sopadi ya ma ndị na-ekwu na political talks and the one ejizi na play politics and everything ọ na ife ilu nọ n'otu ahụ esi mee ya ka ha na-atụ ụjụ ya. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. So thank you so much, Mazi Christian Ufundu, for your input. Thank you so much for joining us. It is still political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM, and here You know, we are beginning to dissect those matters that we found in the political space in Nigeria today. What is your take majorly? And then we are not in support of saying that, okay, there will be violence or anything, but we are also in support of the call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, God bless you. I'm a conversation this morning.
Okay. Apa? Aunya na bagana. Okay, ngwa gaba niru. Okay.
And this is
okay. 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 Mana fa na asị na ha ma nnaghị ego chie ụbọchị e nyere agafego ọ bụrụ 31st ka ekwu. Okay. Okay. Okay, anyị nwa bụ the common people ama nkụwanwu otu ego asị dị mana abịa n'ihe anyị na-ekwu n'ụtụtụ a ifili na destin na-eme kịta na onye some politicians na accuse emefele na ụmụ eme ya no because na nyanwa pụtabụ na o nwere interest na presidency before and because na succeed ọzọ chọọ ka ọ frustrate ndị ọzọ otu a ka isi fia. Buhari. Idi agba Buhari. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Onya? Okay, okay, presidential aspirant of APC. You are talking about Tinubu himself. Okay.
200 billion naira for this policy. I want to ask government to really do them. How much going to work on of the Lagos State? Everybody billion.
Okay, at the same time, no one na complain like some of his aid, the na complain like one of his aid, the na accuse MFL, only no under nano as like non campia, the na accuse MFL. So, all about the reason you went and Najalanya, you feel in MFL now frustrate everybody. Or how do you see it? Okay. Yes, I'm listening. Okay. President. Okay. Okay. Yes, I can hear you. Okay. Ngwan, thank you for joining us this morning. Can we also batakwanyekwa his or her view? Your time. Thank you so much. Still, Dialogue. Yes, it is still political views on Ebona at the 103.5 FM, and we are talking about it. All that is going on in the political, space in Nigeria today. That's exactly what we are doing. We are looking at all of these issues, from Nandekano down to Tinubu, down to a whole lot of things that is going on in the country today. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, my brother.
Yeah, I found the government this nation.
Kebisa, why?
Okay,
Gabaniru.
So, everyone is based on the issue of networking. But the only mistake in the central bank is that, apparently, the central bank, the Kutina, no bank at all, either will go from them. Now, they go, I need to go for a long time now.
Okay.
So the only problem for now, this money, this new Naira note, add the law in circulation all this while.
Okay.
So before now, like 2 weeks before now, the money could still go in the bank.
Okay.
But the money had the that is the problem. But about the money, it's more like the idea of that changing of new Naira notes. But that changing of Naira notes because many of, according to stories now, many of all these positions come with a reserve in their houses. And all those money, Kapag Bukolu, Ego, Nigeria, back on at their houses. So I am a little more support. Then, in the issue of, on the issue of people making rise and mentally, all these APC leaders on some positions, all of them, they are afraid of. All those leaders who plastic all the time, let them design first.
Okay, but at the time, APC at the time, Panakwana or Kwesila as CBN governor no Kwesili declare interest in any way. So can you heal on Nanka?
Open our position back on Ghana or Kwesili Pota. So why that type of
Fakuloku, but the president wanted to move along with him. The president wants to continue working with him, and at the same time, Fanako wasn't if any non make it out, but because on what all tickets, go Jamie and does on the take it.
The mention when based on and make it out, I more Manko the you about based on no if you trade in your car or Jumia but you want to make a central bank Kapa who could let that money be in circulation because it can be note and still the money in circulation thing. I want to know the central bank in the bank like the first actually they will get the money.
Okay.
So open the money you go and see bank all the commercial bank. They put no central bank with the so all the complicated the more the actual person across the problem. So but the money put now anything to continue on time but if those people that take to drive the central bank governor here resign come on to the problem because many of the issues like this security issues another one for citizens themselves before other things.
Okay.
So you want the people now all our leaders take to go Nigerians and the so-called people to say anybody resign now. All of them come with the policy one by one.
Okay.
So and that one to issue one again based on the issue of Nam.
Okay.
We want the people now. Federal government, apparently the line Nam because someone anything Nam I can't just say, but the more man agenda in this country.
Okay.
So based on our leader, we love this, we love him so much, and we didn't expect anything about it. So I want to put the federal government support this because the public sometimes release there and become so that is not very pattern. Because the president has been with the JSS is still a command release and become this man has been crying all this was in a selfishly advising man. So I know you become and three of man. So when you the man is seen as politically confirming all this why and the same more you could see federal government release and all these are politicians in Southeast. Panato just in our here to do for the one only thing in the area. Often as we do for an effort with one effort to do for government is having new mambo will take one of them.
Okay.
But if they go to point a group, when we let us you come with him of that thing.
Mane emana nke soludo kwuru ekwu ndị ba anyị shughara balịa kwube na o ji eme politics and the rest of them on ife na ndị gọvanọ na-agbakwa ọsọ ka ha alịsị na ha jikwa emekwa politics and so
oge bụ gọvanọ fa na-agba ọsọ si mmadụ kwuru okwu adịghị si mmadụ kwuru against them as the governors people must criticize so you wouldn't say because people must criticize then you
I have
to do it because of when they criticize or they go all part of nature all part of nature and so do it because even though people criticize the next thing to come people will make reference of it that
you did so sad so
even though now people will abandon people will say as nothing
ọbụgodu sọsọ nke Soludo kwuru ekwu history record gị na okwu na o mepere ọnụ
kwuo people talk about things so that Soludo is a man the time like this nobody something like this even though now people has nothing to that so them are the people now our living people all those are rich men like I tell them let them talk nobody will quit them nobody will arrest them
okay
okay let them talk
okay thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yes, it is still political views on Ebona 103.5 FM. Know how grounded are you politically? That's exactly what we're doing here. Remember that we're also talking about the issue between Adeleke and Adeleke and these. Yes, Adeleke and Oyetola. Let's hear from you. Hello.
My brother, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. How are you doing?
I thank God.
Yes, so remind us of your name and location.
Okay,
Welcome. Welcome, sir. Go on.
This Osho State election. Notification of the governor.
Okay.
By tribunal. This is going to be an eye opener.
Okay.
To all Nigerians just for 2023 election that is going to be unfair.
Okay.
In fact, if the breeze has blown now and the bow nash has been seen, they are just saying that Vivat machine, this and that, Vivat electronic, this and that, transmission. I said them wait, this is what have their game. Is it not clear now that Vivat did not work in Osho State? Is it not clear now that even though the governor is going, but INEC chairman is not going with him? INEC chairman will still be working his work, his bad work, and the governor will go. You see the matter? When I told them that INEC supposed to shift this election by at least 1 month to ensure that what the law says is being followed, that the law prepared for electronic voting. Electronic voting should equally encompass electronic transmission.
Okay.
Now, what we are going to have is manual voting. When the law says electronic, when you enter the cubicle to vote, they will serve you a paper, a sheet of paper where you complete where you put your thumbprint. When you complete on that sheet of paper, it's no longer electronic voting. That is manual.
No, but when the BS is there to your thumbprint and also your PVC as well, before you now go to cast the vote, it is not because electronic is taking records and then you are casting manually. So somehow electronic is in it.
Capture you that you are qualified to vote. Capture that you are qualified to vote.
Okay.
But people cannot capture that this is where you voted immediately. Unless you get my point.
Okay.
That manual counting is where the rigging lies.
Yeah.
But if you used to go to bank when your ATM expired, they will say to print in an electronic machine or device. And you used to do it.
Yes.
When you print, it will transmit immediately, and the result will come. Do you understand the point?
Okay. Yeah, I'll do.
That is the similar thing that would have gotten inside the cubicle where they are voting. Electronic device that when you print inside, immediately as you are printing, it has been recorded automatically at the voters.
Okay.
And nothing can clean it.
Okay. Okay.
And nobody can manipulate it.
Okay. I like to.
Now, they are trying to give Nigeria a manual vote in the name of electronic, a manual thing in the name of electronics. So let them either shift the election and correct that area.
Okay.
Let the electronic voting and the law say not manual.
But they are trying to tell us that they are telling us that they are ready, and it seems like they are ready already. So, but anyhow, I want to also know your thoughts on the fact that IPOB is alleging the plot to kill Nnamdi Kanu through poisoning and starvation, by DSS. What is your take on that one?
One thing is this: Nnamdi Kanu matter is greater than Nigeria.
Okay.
Even the whole world is finding it uneasy to handle Nnamdi Kanu case. Everybody as a single individual says only Nnamdi Kanu. When you are the person is holding himself down, not Nnamdi Kanu. Because when we are not talking about that, is because we know who we are and we know what is behind Nnamdi Kanu. So anybody that messed up with that man, I think for that person and the spirit. That is it. So in fact, let me not discuss about that. Let them what they would like to happen to themselves. Let them do it to Nnamdi Kanu. And that is it. We are not bothered about Nnamdi Kanu. We are just that we are not talking doesn't mean that we don't know what is happening. Let them be doing it. But let us not hear the story. That is just all about that.
Okay.
I will say, let me open the eyes of the people. Let them understand further that even in the Osun election, they say APC and PDP are the same thing side to the same rapper. There is no difference. They are not separable. They are inseparable. APC is PDP. PDP is APC. No difference. If you have not lead you to anywhere in this country, if you fail to vote Labour Party in all directions in this election, sorry for Nigeria.
Thank you so much for joining us. This is your own. It is your own take. Everybody have the party they support as well. But thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you. We are not here to campaign for anybody. Still, we are just discussing the idea. Our issue, our discussion here, is always issue based. We are looking at the issues, all that is going on in the political space in Nigeria today, and basically that issue is what we are here to address. Let's hear from you. Hello. Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, welcome back, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Adeleke. MFL, yeah. Okay.
how the acrobat in a near Nanyama, Mamma, no my Yola. Only going up a campo and about the situation, I can't have a and never be of money. But how the acrobat in a near Nanyama, Mamma, no my Yola. Only going up a campo and about the situation, I can't have a and never be of money. They won't want to go to the boy one of them. I know don't say you and land because you are found tied to the job. Only you women over there on a Monday in a man, what you need but everything. So all the everything. I think you did, I think another man can take that. It's not a bit. All the idea. So I can go to much. I cannot go over there. I know how to be taking up an area. Look at it here. You're going to take it on it. Always, my dear. We'll think about it. Or Babaronia, I have to do at bottom of Aja Mam. Only will be the gas number of October. But I have a fire way in it. And eminent again. This is a coconut and not to stand by the eminent again. We'll look at Nanodi. Eminent again. Go to Bangor. Go to the area. So we just can't wear good jacket and not. I think I'm on the end. No, that's right. I'm done all out.
So you feel the question.
The war upon Chico. I want
to allow woman go form on apple for presidency at the time. On when what go form, also it be a go form. So
on a go form. If you go form, 100 million naira, you will just go. I've done the celebration. You get him back. Yeah, I just want you to say, I'm going to if you go to when you tell us that I'm not going to get you to the house. Okay, I'm 100 million celebration. You get him back. Yeah, I just want you to say, I'm going to if you go to when you tell us that I'm not going to get you to the house. Okay, I'm 100 million. I'm not going to I will do it.
And I'm a square. You look at and Dini go form na administration of Buhari a Hanchani resign. So some mefela Buone cannot one.
If you get in Yaman, but let us take away so Eda, you're not doing Yaman, the Macoma Yaman, only had that about.
Okay.
100 million naira in the house of the upper part of the city. You got the money. So only my hand in Bayaman look, we'll put it down. So I'm looking out because of the Yaman called the you can Yaman look, we'll put it down. So I'm looking out because of the Yaman called the
na time mo na is go pan Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Hello. 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 Hello? Oh, hello. Wow, please call back. It is still 08096661035. You say have a few minutes to to give us your thoughts on all that is going on in the political space in Nigeria today. Let's hear from you. Hello. Yes, good morning. Your name and location. Okay, Gabaniru Emmanuel. Gabaniru. Hello, can you hear me? Gabaniru. And Siki Gabaniru. Okay.
Our president, after nobody's above the law. The time of the Novoga, our president is above the law. I'm not calling this thing order. They need to land the county, president out. The thing is absolutely for water to stand governor and Singapore. There is a big of a president, another matter.
Yes, now. Yes, now. Okay, I'll be here. Yes, all the possible. Like by negotiate. I have a political solution and a in the first place. One I say political solution. So, I'm an in a queen. I don't want to hello. It is possible for him to go to the president and then get, all of this before his demise. He worked on it, went to the president several times. And then I believe that Governor Chukwuma Soludo believes that if he approach the president, he will get that response that he's looking for. Let's hear from this last person edition. Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and location, please. Gabani? Okay. Okay.
Rule of law.
Okay.
That is why people go to election for good try. Where people need to know election, only people are in Nigeria. Nigeria currency, as far as we come on Nigeria.
Okay.
People didn't use Nigeria currency. Because Canada money pen. My governor and unity about the unity. None coming up for sure.
Okay.
Upon a valley, no there. I pull election.
Nke a gbakwa ihe anyị ga-ekwusa nke a amasị na ọzali otu a ka ọ dị because okay.
That is for me.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yes, and political views on Ebona Ade. 103.5 FM. But before we call it a day, remember that we talked about, the fact that Buhari must purge NMPCL of corruption to restore sanity in Adeleke. Traders, others reject old Naira notes 4 days to deadline. We talked about the fact that Inspector General of Police tax newly trained. We also talked about the fact that ipob alleges plots to kill Kanu through poisoning, starvation. Yes. We also looked at the situation. The fact that G5 governors supported Governor Ugwuanyi as he unveils PDP candidate for election. Yes, we also looked at the fact that, possibly that the political ambition of Omefele could also be a factor to this exercise that is going on now about the new Naira notes and the rest of them. But it's still speculations but at the end of the day, the achievements that some of the things that they hope to achieve with this is already happening. The fact that, some people who have been holding cash are right now running about is already happening. That said, this is how I will call it a day on this particular edition of Political Views on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. Political Views come to you every Wednesday by 3 o'clock p.m. Ifeanyi Chukwu Ekeze, don't touch the dial of Ebona at the 103.5 FM as we bring more, to your doorstep. Don't touch that dial. For now, shalom. Like, subscribe, like, subscribe, share videos. Thank you.